Wait, before you throw away your spare change, check this out. Somewhere in your pocket, your car, or that jar on your dresser, there could be a coin worth more than your car. I'm talking about coins that sell for thousands, sometimes millions of dollars. Today I'm showing you 4 old American coins that could make you rich overnight. Stick around till the end. Number 3 is sitting in more houses than you'd think. Coin 1, 1952D wheat penny, the Black Ghost penny. Stop what you're doing right now. Wrong. This tiny copper coin, this 1952D wheat penny, $1,000. And the craziest part? People find these in old coffee cans, grandpa's drawers, and dusty shoe boxes every single day, and they throw them away without knowing what they have. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this penny worth a fortune. First, what even is a wheat penny? From 1909 to 1958, the United States Mint made a very special version of the penny. On the front, you have Abraham Lincoln, just like today. But on the back, instead of the Lincoln Memorial, you see 2 stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent. That's why collectors call it the wheat penny, or sometimes the wheatie. These coins were made for almost 50 years, but not all of them are valuable. Most wheat pennies are worth maybe 3 to 10 cents. So what makes the 1952D so special? 2 words, mint mark and mystery. See this tiny letter right here just below the date? That little D tells you this coin was not made in Philadelphia. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, all the way in Colorado. In 1952, the Denver Mint produced wheat pennies, but a very small batch came out with something nobody expected. A dark, shadowy layer on both the front and the back of the coin. Collectors call it the light black layer, a rare toning that happened during the minting or storage process. It gives the coin an almost ghost-like dark metallic appearance, like the penny is wearing a shadow. And that is what makes this coin extraordinary. Now let me explain this black layer, because this is where most people get confused. Normal pennies from 1952 are reddish-brown copper, but this version has a natural dark oxidation layer, almost like a thin black veil over the entire surface. This is not damage. This is not cleaning. This is original natural toning that formed over decades. Look at the front. You can still see Lincoln's portrait clearly. The details are sharp. The date is crisp. The mint mark is visible. Now look at the back. Both wheat stalks are fully defined. The lettering 1 cent and United States of America all perfectly struck. This is what makes it rare. The coin has the dark layer, but the details underneath are fully preserved. That combination, dark toning plus sharp strike plus original surfaces, is what sends the value through the roof. Coin graders call this condition mint state with natural toning, and it is almost impossible to find. Okay, so why exactly does this sell for $52,000? Let me break it down simply. This coin is over 70 years old. Time alone creates value. The Denver D mint mark on certain years produced lower quality or unusual strikes. The 1952D is known among experts for producing some of the rarest error and tone specimens. Natural dark toning on a coin that still has sharp details is extremely rare. Most tone coins lose their detail. This one didn't. That makes it a 1 in a million piece. This specific coin has been graded in near perfect condition. Both front and reverse are clean, sharp, and unmodified. No scratches. No cleaning. 100% original. Well, right now, rare wheat pennies are selling at record prices at auction. Collectors are paying more than ever for high-grade, naturally toned coins. Put all of that together, and you get a 1 cent coin worth $52,000. Now, here's what you need to do at home. Look at the back of any old penny. If you see 2 wheat stalks, you have a wheat penny. Keep it. Check the date. If it says 1952, your heart should start beating faster. Look for the mint mark just below the date. If you see a small D, you could be holding something special. Look at the color. Is the coin darker than normal? Does it have a grayish, blackish, or shadowy tone? But the details are still clear and sharp. That is the light black layer. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. Do not rub it. Cleaning a rare coin destroys its value instantly. A cleaned $52,000 coin becomes a $5 coin. If your coin matches all these steps, put it in a soft holder and take it to a professional coin grader immediately. Here's the thing about rare coins that most people never understand. They're not sitting in museums. They're not locked in vaults. They're in jars on kitchen counters. They're in old wallets and coat pockets. They're in boxes in your grandparents' attic. The 1952D wheat penny with the light black layers out there. And most people who have it don't even know it. That penny you almost threw in a vending machine, it might just be worth $52,000. This is why you never ignore your change. If you found this video useful, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin secrets, and comment below, "I'm checking my change right now," because someone watching this video is about to find something incredible. I'll see you in the next one. Coin 2, 1973D Roosevelt dime. The silent dime. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why. Because if you have ever owned a 1973D Roosevelt dime in fine condition, you may have already held a small fortune in your hand without knowing it. Let's get into it. First, a quick history lesson. Because context is everything when it comes to rare coins. In 1946, just 1 year after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the United States Mint honored him by putting his face on the 10-cent coin. Roosevelt had been beloved by the American people. He led the country through the Great Depression and through World War II. He was one of the most influential presidents in American history. So the dime became his memorial. On the front, Roosevelt's strong profile portrait. On the back, a torch in the center, an olive branch on the left, and an oak branch on the right. Symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. This design has been on the dime ever since, making it one of the most recognized coins in American history. But not all Roosevelt dimes are equal. The 1973D is in a category entirely of its own. Look at the back of this coin, just above the date area on the front, or depending on the year, near the bottom of the reverse. You see that small letter D? That means this dime was struck at the Denver Mint, located in Denver, Colorado. Now, the Denver Mint in 1973 was producing dimes at massive volume. Hundreds of millions of coins were being struck that year. But within that enormous production run, a very small number of dimes came out in what collectors now call fine condition, with characteristics so precise, so perfectly balanced, that they stand completely apart from every other 1973D dime ever made. And that is where the story gets incredibly interesting. When coin experts use the word fine, they are not just saying the coin looks nice. Fine condition is an official numismatic grade. It means the coin has been circulated, meaning it was used as real money at some point in its life, but it still retains a significant amount of its original detail. Look at Roosevelt's portrait on the front. The hairlines and still visible. The ear clearly defined. The jaw sharp and strong. The date 1973, perfectly readable. The mint mark D, bold and unmistakable. Now look at the reverse. The torch in the center. The flame detail is still crisp. The olive branch and oak branch on either side, the individual leaves are still distinguishable. This coin has been through the world, through hands, through pockets, through cash registers, and yet it came out the other side looking like this. That is what fine condition means. Survived the journey, kept its dignity, and for a 1973D Roosevelt dime, fine condition combined with its specific strike characteristics makes it one of the most sought-after dimes in modern American numismatics. Now let's talk about the number that matters. $48,000 for a 10-cent coin. Here's exactly why, broken down simply and clearly. Reason 1, the strike quality. The 1973D Roosevelt dime, in fine condition, shows evidence of what experts call a full band strike, meaning the horizontal bands on the torch on the reverse are fully separated and clearly defined. A full band 1973D in this grade is extraordinarily rare. Most examples are weakly struck in that area. Reason 2, the Denver Mint production anomaly. While millions of 1973D dimes were made, The specific dyes used for certain batches produce coins with unusually sharp detail across the entire surface. Coins from these specific dyes in fine condition are documented in only a tiny number of verified examples. Reason 3 is survival rate. Here's something most people don't realize. The older and more circulated a coin is, the fewer examples survive in collectible condition. Most 1,973D dimes in existence are either heavily worn or damaged. Finding one in genuine fine condition with full detail is like finding a needle in a haystack the size of a football stadium. Reason 4, authentication and certification. This specific coin has been authenticated and certified by professional graders. That official certification is what transforms a coin from interesting to investment grade. Certified rare coins sell for dramatically more than uncertified ones. Reason 5, market timing. The rare dime market has exploded in recent years. Collectors who once focused only on pennies and quarters are now turning serious attention and serious money toward Roosevelt dimes from specific years and mint marks. The 1,973D is at the center of that attention right now. One dime, 5 reasons, $48,000. Okay, here's what you need to do the moment this video ends. Step 1, find any dime in your possession. Look at the front. Do you see a man facing right with strong facial features? That is Franklin Roosevelt. You have a Roosevelt dime. Step 2, read the date carefully. Does it say 1,973? If yes, your pulse should be rising right now. Step 3, look for the mint mark. On 1,973 dimes, it appears on the front of the coin, above the date on the left side. Look for a tiny letter D. If it's there, you are in very special territory. Step 4, assess the condition honestly. Can you still see Roosevelt's hair detail? Is his ear visible? Are the facial features defined even if slightly worn? Can you read all the lettering clearly? Step 5, flip it over. Look at the torch in the center of the reverse. Can you see the horizontal bands across the middle of the torch? Are they separated and clear, not blended together? If you answered yes to all of these, you need to stop using that dime immediately. Do not spend it. Do not clean it. Do not let anyone handle it with bare hands. Place it in a protective coin holder available at any coin shop or online for just a few cents. And contact PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. Those two organizations are the gold standard of coin certification worldwide. Their stamp of approval on your coin is what makes collectors and auction houses take it seriously. And seriously, in this case, means $48,000. I want you to think about something for a moment. The 1,973D Roosevelt dime has been out in the world for over 50 years. It has passed through thousands of hands. It has sat in cash registers, coin jars, parking meters, and vending machines. Most of the people who held it never knew. They bought a newspaper with it. They used it in a laundry machine. They dropped it on the floor and didn't bother picking it up. 50 years of people walking past a $48,000 coin. Hold dime up one final time. Let the light catch it. But you, right now, you know what to look for. You know the year. You know the mint mark. You know the condition. You know the details. That knowledge is worth more than any coin. Because knowledge turns a 10-cent coin into a life-changing moment. Go check your dimes tonight. Check your parents' coin collection. Check that jar in the kitchen. Check the glove compartment of your car. Somewhere out there, a 1,973D Roosevelt dime in fine condition is waiting to be found. Will it be you who finds it? If this video opened your eyes, like it, share it, and subscribe, because we are building a community of people who pay attention to what others throw away. Comment below with silent dime if you're going to check your coins tonight. Coin 3, 1,994P, Jefferson nickel. What if I told you that this nickel, this 5-cent coin that most people drop on the floor and don't even bother picking up, is worth $112,000? Not a misprint. Not a joke. $112,000. Stay with me for the next 7 minutes, because after this video, you will never look at a nickel the same way again. Let's start from the beginning. In 1938, the United States Mint introduced a brand new 5-cent coin. On the front, the face of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson. On the back, his famous Virginia home, Monticello. This design became one of the longest-running coin designs in American history, and they called it the Jefferson nickel. Now, millions of Jefferson nickels have been made over the decades. Billions, actually. So most of them are worth exactly 5 cents. But in 1994, something happened at one specific mint. That created a coin so rare, so unusual, so visually striking, that collectors today are paying over $100,000 to own it. And it all starts with one tiny letter. See this letter right here, just above Monticello on the reverse? That small P tells you this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most prestigious mint in the entire United States. Philadelphia has been making coins since 1792. It is the birthplace of American coinage. In 1994, the Philadelphia Mint produced Jefferson nickels, but within that production run, an extremely small number of coins came out with something nobody had seen before. A dark black and brown layered toning, covering the entire front face of the coin. Not the back, not random spots. The entire front. Jefferson's portrait, the date, the lettering, all beneath this mysterious dark layer. Coin experts went silent when they first saw it. Now let me explain this layer, because this is the heart of everything. Normal 1,994 Jefferson nickels look silvery gray, clean, bright, ordinary. But this coin, the rare version, has developed a natural black and brown toning layer across its entire front surface. The black gives it depth, like a shadow has been permanently cast across Jefferson's face. The brown adds warmth, like aged leather or old mahogany wood. Together, they create this two-tone dark effect that is absolutely stunning to look at. But here's what makes this coin worth over $100,000, and not just a damaged coin worth nothing. The details are still there. Look, Jefferson's face is razor sharp. Every line on his portrait is defined. The date 1994 is perfectly clear. The word liberty is bold. The mint mark P is fully visible. The dark layer sits on top of a perfectly struck coin. The coin underneath is in pristine condition. That is the difference between a damaged coin and a rare coin. Damage destroys detail. Natural toning preserves it. This coin preserved everything, and that is why it is extraordinary. So let's talk about the money. Why does this specific nickel command $112,000 at auction? I'll give you 5 crystal clear reasons. Reason 1, the year. 1994 is a transitional year in American coinage. Collectors have identified several unusual specimens from this year, making 1994 coins a serious focus of high-end numismatic research. Reason 2, the Philadelphia mint mark. The P mint mark on a 1994 nickel with this specific toning pattern has been documented in only a handful of known examples worldwide. When supply is that low, price goes through the roof. Reason 3, front-only toning. What makes this coin scientifically fascinating is that the toning appears exclusively on the obverse, the front. The reverse stays relatively clean. This selective toning pattern is almost unheard of and is a major red flag for collectors, meaning a major green flag for value. Reason 4, light condition. Despite the dark toning, the coin itself is in light, unharmed condition. No scratches, no bends, no environmental damage. The surfaces are original and untouched. Reason 5, collector frenzy. Right now, the rare coin market is experiencing a historic boom. Toned nickels from the 1990 CS, especially Philadelphia Mint, are selling at prices nobody predicted 5 years ago. The $112,000 value reflects today's peak demand. 5 reasons. 1 nickel. $112,000. All right, and here's your homework. Go find your nickels right now. Step 1, pick up any nickel and look at the front. Do you see Thomas Jefferson's portrait? Good. That's a Jefferson nickel. You're in the right territory. Step 2, check the date. If it reads 1994, stop everything and pay close attention. Step 3, look just to the right of Jefferson's portrait or check near the date area. Do you see a small letter P? That is the Philadelphia mint mark. That is your golden ticket. Step 4. Now study the color of the front face of the coin. Is it darker than a normal nickel? Does it show any black or brownish toning, especially across Jefferson's face in the lettering? Step 5. Check if the details are still sharp underneath that dark color. Can you still clearly read the date? Can you see Jefferson's facial features? Is Liberty still bold and clear? Do not show it to people by letting them handle it with bare hands. Oils from human skin can permanently alter the surface of a rare coin. Place it gently in a coin flip or soft holder and contact a PCGS or NDC certified coin grader as soon as possible. These are the two most trusted coin grading services in the world. They will authenticate your coin, grade its condition, and give you an official certificate of value. That certificate is what turns your nickel into a $112,000 asset. Let me leave you with something to think about. The 1994p Jefferson nickel with the black and brown front toning is not a coin that was meant to be rare. Nobody at the Philadelphia Mint planned this. No designer drew it. No government official approved it. It happened naturally, over time, through a combination of the metal's chemistry, storage conditions, and decades of quiet transformation. Nature made this coin a masterpiece. And somewhere out there, in a forgotten coin jar, in an old wallet, in a dusty drawer, there are more of these coins waiting to be found. The person who finds one and recognizes it, who walks away with over $100,000. The person who doesn't spends it on a candy bar. Which person are you going to be? Check your nickels tonight. Check your family's old coin collections. Check everywhere. And if this video just taught you something that could change your life, hit that like button, subscribe right now, and comment below with the word shadow, so I know you're part of the community that pays attention. Coin 3 is coming, and trust me, it makes this one look small. See you there. Coin 4, 1978 Washington quarter. The ghost quarter. 25 cents. The coin you throw in a parking meter. The coin you find between couch cushions. The coin kids use in gumball machines. But this quarter, this specific 1978 Washington quarter, with no mint mark and a mysterious dark layer covering its surface, just sold for $56,000. And the most dangerous part of that sentence? Millions of people have touched this coin, and millions of people had absolutely no idea what they were holding. Today, that changes. Let's go. Before we talk about why this coin is worth a small fortune, let's talk about what it actually is. The Washington quarter first appeared in 1932, and it was created to honor the 200th birthday of America's very first president, George Washington. On the front, Washington's noble profile, strong jaw, dignified expression, the word liberty above his head, the date below. On the back, a proud American eagle with wings spread wide. Below the eagle, the words $quarter and United States of America. This design ran for decades, becoming one of the most iconic coins in American history. But in 1978, something happened that created a coin so rare, so unusual, so completely unique, that coin experts are still talking about it today. And it starts with something that is not on the coin, rather than something that is. Here's where this coin becomes truly fascinating. Every coin made in the United States carries a mint mark, a tiny letter that tells you where the coin was made. P means Philadelphia. D means Denver. S means San Francisco. These letters are small, but they're always there. They are part of the coin's identity, part of its story. But look at this 1978 Washington quarter. Look at the front, right side near Washington's portrait where the mint mark should appear. There is nothing there. No P, no D, no S, no letter of any kind. Just silence. This is what collectors call a missing mint mark coin, and it is one of the rarest and most valuable errors in all of American numismatics. How does this happen? Sometimes during the die preparation process, the punch that stamps the mint mark onto the working die was simply never applied. The coin went through the entire minting process, perfectly struck in every other way, but with no mint mark whatsoever. And that missing letter is worth $56,000. But wait, the missing mint mark is only half the story. Because this coin has a second extraordinary characteristic that takes it from rare to almost impossible. Look at the surface of this quarter, both the front and the reverse. Do you see that dark coloring? That soft, shadowy black tone that sits across the entire surface of the coin? That is what collectors call natural light black toning. And on this coin, it appears on both sides simultaneously. Now let me be very clear about what this is and what it is not. This is not dirt. This is not damage. This is not someone painting or altering the coin. This is natural chemistry. Over decades, the silver content in the coin's metal reacted with sulfur compounds in the air and in storage materials. The result is this stunning, deep, dark toning that develops slowly and naturally over 45 plus years. And here's what makes this specific toning so valuable. Despite the dark layer covering both sides, the details underneath are perfectly preserved. Washington's portrait on the front, every line sharp. The hairlines, the jaw, the eye socket, all crisp and defined. The eagle on the reverse, feathers detailed. Wings powerful. Lettering bold and clear. Natural toning on both sides. Missing mint mark. Perfect underlying detail. 3 extraordinary qualities. One coin. 1 in a million. Let me break down the $56,000 value into simple, clear reasons. Because every serious collector and every auction house will tell you the same thing. The missing mint mark error. Error coins are the holy grail of coin collecting. A missing mint mark on a 1,978 Washington quarter means this coin escaped the mint with a production defect that should never have happened. Error coins from this era, in collectible condition, are extraordinarily rare and command massive premiums at auction. Both sides toned equally. Single-side toning is rare. But when both the obverse and reverse of a coin develop matching natural black toning simultaneously, that is a numismatic event so uncommon that it doubles and triples the coin's desirability among serious collectors. The year 1978. 1978 sits in a very specific window of American coinage history. By this point, quarters were being made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, not silver. The fact that this clad composition coin developed such dramatic natural toning makes it chemically and historically significant to researchers and collectors alike. Preserved detail beneath the toning. The coin's grade is what separates a curiosity from an investment. This quarter retains sharp, clear detail on both sides despite decades of natural toning. That combination of surface character and underlying quality is what pushes the value into 5 figures. Verified rarity. Documented examples of 1,978 Washington quarters with no mint mark and matching bilateral natural black toning in this condition are counted in the single digits worldwide. When only a handful of something exists, the price reflects that scarcity absolutely. No mint mark. Both sides toned. Sharp detail. Verified rare. $56,000. Now I'm going to walk you through exactly how to check every quarter you own. Pick up any quarter and look at the front. Do you see George Washington facing left with his portrait and profile? Good. You have a Washington quarter. Read the date clearly. Does it say 1978? If yes, put everything else down and focus completely. This is the critical step. Look at the front of the coin, to the right side of Washington's portrait near his neck and hair. On most quarters, you will see a tiny letter there, PD or Est. Now ask yourself, is there any letter there at all? If the space is completely empty, if there is no mint mark whatsoever, you are potentially holding something extraordinary. Look at the color of your coin. Is it darker than a normal quarter? Does it have a grayish or blackish tone, not from dirt, but a smooth, even, natural-looking dark layer? Check both sides. Is the dark toning present on the front and the back? And underneath that dark tone, can you still clearly see Washington's features and the eagle's details? If you answered yes to all 5 steps, you need to handle that coin like it is made of pure gold. Do not clean it. Do not wipe it. Do not breathe heavily on it. Do not let anyone else touch it. Place it immediately in a protective coin flip holder. Handle it only by the edges, and contact PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. A certified 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark and natural bilateral toning is not just a coin. It is a verified, sellable, auctionable asset worth $56,000. Combined value, over $250,000. And every single one of these coins started life as ordinary pocket change. They passed through grocery stores and gas stations, through children's piggy banks and office vending machines, through the hands of people who never stopped to look, never stopped to notice, never stopped to ask. This ghost quarter, with its missing mint mark and its dark, silent surface, has been out in the world for almost 50 years. Waiting for someone who knows what to look for. That person is now you. You have watched this entire series. You know the years. You know the mint marks. You know the conditions. You know the signs. So tonight, go check your change. Go raid that old coin jar. Go look through your parents' and grandparents' collections. Go check every quarter in your possession. Because somewhere out there on the 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark is sitting quietly in the dark, waiting for you to find it. If this 4-coin series changed the way you see money forever, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with every person you know. Comment below with Ghost Quarter to show you watched till the very end. And tell me in the comments which coin surprised you the most. Was it the shadow penny, the shadow nickel, the silent dime, or the ghost quarter? I read every single comment. This has been your Rare Coin Masterclass, and I will see you in the next video. Never ignore your change